We're back. We'll let y'all get in. We are back. 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 Praise the Lord. All right. So today's topic, as I prepare for a message to give you incredible people, to be great, you must sacrifice. To be great, you must sacrifice. We are we are on page hmm, we are on page 20 in the ABCs of Success. We are on page 20. And I'm going to read and jump back in. I'm going to start in the middle of the page. It reads, if you need a book, jomocousins.com. Just my name, praise God. Or at the bottom of the feed, you can go to my Shopify account. Neither here nor there. It says this. I'm just going to read page 20 and I'm going to keep on moving. As you read this passage, you will see there is usually little to no gain, little to no joy when you're becoming disciplined. The true benefits come later on down the line. There are two types of pain you will go through in life: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. I talked about this yesterday. Discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons. We all struggle with discipline in some manner, whether it's dietary, punctuality, or just life in general. Discipline doesn't come naturally, but as a result of learning through painful consequences. My God, have you ever missed a flight before? OMG. If you ever missed a flight, a cruise, I remember in college, I missed a football game. I missed the bus. Yes, we were playing the Hurricanes, Miami Hurricanes, and for some reason, I would I would play with my clock to make myself early, and I would set it, and the clock wasn't right. So I thought that I was going to set it ahead of time so I would wake up early. But anyway, I overslept, and so I looked out of my dorm room. At this time, I think I was in Young Hall, right? And the guys were down at the steps. Uh, Basically, they were in a hangout spot because some of y'all don't know about FAMU's campus. But anyway, I was in Young Hall. I was on the fourth floor, and I yelled down. I said, "Hey y'all, hey guys, has the bus for the game left yet?" You know these lying dogs said. Because in college, boy, they the jokes are so quality. But anyway, I said, "Man, has the bus left?" They said, "No, the bus is still down there." So you imagine the adrenaline that must have ran through my soul when I thought I was going to miss the bus. So listen. Plus, at the time, my mother and father, they were separated, but they lived in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. So I could go to the game and see my parents. Well, man, I got my bags and I ran. Now, this is not a short sprint. From Young Hall to the field house is at least a quarter mile, at least. So I'm running full speed with bags. And I get there and there's nobody there but cars. And these individuals drove in a car and pulled up and just could not stop laughing at me. It's funny, it's terrible, but it was funny. And man, I walked back up that hill just in shame because I had missed the bus. And man, so when the team got back, the coach said that all the players, or not all, but a group of players were in the elevator. And one of the coaches said, "So where is Cousins?" When you're a freshman, you don't have no name. It's my first traveling trip, and he says, "Where is Cousins?" And they say, "Yeah, Pat." They said, "Coach Cousins didn't make the bus." Oh my gosh, the shame, the infinite. This it was bad, but I missed the bus. But guess what? I learned a lesson. Oftentimes, you don't learn lessons until there's pain. Let me give you a word. It's helped me in life. Oftentimes, we don't change until pain sets in. Pain often causes change. But why do we have to go through pain before we change? You could just change before the pain sets in. But I have learned through life, oftentimes people don't change until pain set in. Come on. If you ever been in a bad relationship and that person hurt you, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna change. But you knew the person wasn't good for you for a long time, but they hurt you bad enough that it made you change. Let me tell you, it's the truth. Oftentimes, people don't change until pain sets in. Pain often causes you to change. So what you have to realize is why go through the pain? Just change before the pain. Oh boy. Discipline doesn't come natural, but as a result of learning through painful experiences. Whether it's the flight you missed or the doctor's orders you don't want to receive, discipline keeps showing up. Discipline is choosing to say yes when your mind, body, and soul is saying no. Wow. I read this incredible story about the great basketball player LeBron James. It's in the book. It's in the book. I'm on page 21. LeBron James has been called the greatest player of all time. Now we're not going to argue about this, okay? I'm not saying he said he has been called. I didn't say he was for all those Michael Jordan fans, and I am a Michael Jordan fan. But the debate, they're both great. Let me leave it at that. All right, a player known for his dominating play, which many attribute to his size. Now listen to this story. During the offseason, LeBron changed his diet. What? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Now, this story is a few years old, but neither here nor there. I had no sugars, no dairy, and no carbs. All I ate was meat, fish, and veggies and fruit. That's it. For 67 straight days. LeBron's social media accounts showcase his new eating habits, including his determination. People are actually saying, man, he's drawing up like, he's losing so much weight so fast. And listen, what this was so good. He said this. Now, this is really good. Uh, LeBron's social media accounts showcase his new diet habits, including his determination. Thank you. Now, some kind of thing. He in another country, right? So what happened? They had made a birthday cake for him on his diet. He says a kudos dessert gesture. He says too dang on bad. Oh, yeah, that's what he said. Too dang on bad to eat it, Grr, but I want to. Almost at the finish line. So basically, what happened? He's in the midst of this experimental diet. Okay, 67 days of a disciplined regimen, and they make him this incredible birthday cake, and he says, "I cannot have it." Now, I believe LeBron's like 37 or 38 now, and he's been in the NBA 20 plus seasons, and he is, to my knowledge, leading the NBA in scoring. He's in his 20 plus year and is leading the NBA in the scoring. Recently, Tom Brady just came back to the Bucks. He is the oldest player in the NFL. And last year, he led the league in passing. And when they talk about him, they talk about his disciplined life. Ah, to be great, you must sacrifice and be disciplined. I remember a story that Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson was talking about Kobe Bryant. And he says he went to go play the LA Lakers. And so he asked Kobe, he says, "What are you doing tonight? What club are you going to?" And Kobe laughed. He says, "Club, I'm going to the basketball gym to shoot shots." And Allen Iverson, kind of laughed. But he said, "That's the difference. The difference between the good and the great is the discipline to say no when your mind, your body, and soul wants to say yes. The difference between the good and the great is the sacrifice they're willing to make. And the question is what do you want? See, in life, life is like a buffet. You got to pay first before you eat. I know that's good. Life is like a buffet. You got to pay first, but you can eat as much as you want if you're willing to pay the price. So the question is, what do you want? What do you want out of life? Life's a buffet. You can have whatever you want. I forgot there was a song. You can have it however you want to have it, you can have it. But you have to be willing to make the sacrifice to have whatever you want in life. LeBron's back in the book, page 21. LeBron's new diet is a clear example of discipline. a display of self-control despite the temptations that are thrown your way. Many may dismiss his success by saying he has money or he has a private chef. Although true, at the end of the day, LeBron had to decide that he will stay focused on his chosen path. LeBron had to learn a new way of eating, which required discipline. My brothers and sisters, you are not going to run from this. Discipline yourself, because at the end of the day, your success or your failure is based on you. And you have to make these choices at the beginning of the year, and also leading up to Easter and the back part of the year. We'll do fasts, and a fast of some sort. And all of fast is a discipline. A discipline. Prayer, discipline. Studying, discipline. Exercise, discipline. Diet, discipline. Reading, discipline. In the medical field or the law field, they'll ask you, what is your discipline? Because they already know you're not on this level without some particular discipline. What is your discipline, believer? What is your it? What is your thing that you're gonna flow in? Ooh. Question. I'm on page 22. Question. Are you being disciplined and living towards God's plan? So Proverbs 12:1 reads, to learn, you must love discipline. It is stupid to hate correction. Proverbs 12:1. To learn, you must love discipline. It is stupid to hate correction. I'm going to say it one more time. To learn, you must love discipline. Quote, success is tons of discipline. Al Tumlis. Do what you should when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Listen, if you want something different, you're going to have to do something different. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. Discipline weighs an ounce. Regret weighs a ton. Why live with regret when you just could be disciplined and do it? I remember in school, they would say this about Jomo. I know I'm talking about me. Jomo has so much potential. I don't know if you know this, but when people say you have great potential, it's not a compliment. It's often saying you have the ability, but you have not disciplined yourself to maximize it. You have the ability, but you have not disciplined yourself to maximize it. Let's stop being labeled. You have great potential. And let's just start being great. Ooh, I don't know who needed to hear this today, but I pray it blessed you. You can like, share, follow, subscribe to my YouTube page, Jomo Prayer. On the YouTube page, I'm organizing these daily messages into books. So if you have not, this particular book is the ABCs of Success. The Prayer Life book is there already in a catalog. Watch Your Mouth is in a catalog. So you can always go back and re-listen to these teachings. I promise you, these things will change your life. Remember, success leaves clues. You got to pick them up. I love you. God bless you. Have a tremendous day. Bye-bye, everybody.